This is a short information video about the two types of ways we can measure how far something has travelled. So let's take this example where we have a rugby player and we might be interested in how far they need to travel to reach the try line. This is actually two different questions. One is the total path that they might need to cover to reach the try line. We call this the distance. And the other is how far they need to travel in a straight line, or the direct measure between where they are and where they finish. We know this as the displacement. So if we're going to unpack those definitions specifically, we talk about distance as the length of the total path moved between point A and point B. This may or may not be in a straight line, and it's a scalar quantity, which means it has a magnitude, but it doesn't have any set direction, and in fact a lot of the time the direction will change throughout the measure that we're talking about. We can then consider displacement as the overall change in position, so straight line from point A to point B. By definition, it is always going to be a straight line, and it's going to be a vector quantity, which means it has a magnitude and a direction. So while distance and displacement are technically two different things, sometimes they have the same magnitude. So if we take a running example where we might travel 100 meters in a straight line, if we do it in directly a straight line, the distance might be 100 meters, the displacement would also be 100 meters. But if we go into the pool and swim in a 50-meter swimming pool, we might cover the same 100 meters distance, but in actual fact the displacement would end up being 0. So it's important to understand the overlap, where these things might be different and where they might be the same. If you want to more deeply understand some of these concepts around distance and displacement, there are some fantastic resources out there online for you. I've got some listed here.